7 years ago when I redesigned my theater room, I needed to rebuild a cabinet because my speakers that I had recently bought would not fit. So I had two requirements. Number one, I wanted easy access behind my 150-inch acoustically transparent screen that you can see here. The other requirement is I wanted to make sure that I had easy access behind all my equipment. So today in this video, I've never done a full tour of the cabinet itself, and so I thought we would do that and have a little fun. So the first thing, like I said, I wanted to make sure I have easy access behind this screen. This is a custom screen. This was made by a friend of mine. So you can't buy this screen. We bought the fabric and then we bought all the components. You're not gonna be able to see a lot of this, but we bought extruded aluminum and velvet and basically built this from scratch. And so here you can see with one hand, I can easily lower the screen. Need to add some little WD-40, and then it's got a little hood latch. You can hear it lock. Then I can reach under here. You may not be able to see this. There's a little latch, and I can raise it back up. The way that this is supported is gas struts. So these are very typical of what you'd find on a car. I've got a different video that's a little bit better lighting, but you can see here, barely. There we go. Gas struts right there. So it's basically the same thing that you'd find on, the rear of a car if you've got like a hatchback. So that's supporting a 150-inch Seymour screen. It's a Center Stage XD. So as you can see here, it's a woven fabric. The lighting can come through, but so can the sound. I wanted to have my speakers directly behind the screen because that anchors the sound exactly where you're seeing the action take place in a movie. But I also wanted to have easy access behind my equipment. I have a lot of equipment. So down here, PlayStation 5, because I do a little bit of gaming. Over here, Kaleidescape, Strato C up top, 48 terabyte server below that, MadVR NV Extreme Mark II processor. Over here up top, it's a Panamax line conditioner, nothing fancy. Somebody gave this to me many years ago. And then down here, Anthem Avium 70 processor. Over to the left of that is a Pioneer Elite. So this is a 4K player. And then down here, AC Infinity fan keeps this amplifier cool, which is a Monolith 11X. And then over here, some outdoor speaker equipment for the outdoor speaker system. So that's from OSD Audio. And then way over here is an Arvolution 4K media player with a hard drive with some media on it. So under here, there's a little light, just a switch. You can see that turns on and off this work light here and then back here. So that helps when I have to get behind the equipment. So speaking of that, the way that we designed this cabinet was this middle section right here is on rails. So if we take a look inside the cabinet, you can see the rail right there. I believe it either supports 300 pounds or 500 pounds. I can't remember, but it's really heavy duty rails. Now this cabinet, I can move with one hand, but it's definitely not super easy, but I'll show you. So it's pretty heavy. It's actually, I guess, quite heavy with one hand. But that goes all the way in. Of course, that'd go further in, but I'm just showing you just for demo purposes. This, of course, would line up all the way here, and there'd be no gap here. And then to pull it out, usually I have two hands, but you'll hear it kind of grabbing the carpet under there. So it's pretty dang heavy. But as you can see, that's as far as it extends. And then I literally can climb in here. A little bit challenging, but not bad. But I can crawl back here if I need to make any kind of connections. Back here is just open space. Up top, got some switched outlets. There you can see the construction of this platform right here. Now this platform needed to be able to support a ton of weight. The subwoofers, these are JTR Captivator RS2s. These weigh 220 pounds. And then right next to them, my LCR 212 HTRs from JTR, they weigh about 110 pounds. So that's a lot of weight, but this thing is pretty much overbuilt for what we needed. Then on top of this platform, we just made some pieces of wood, cut them in smaller pieces so that we could easily remove each individual square if we needed to be able to get in there. Maybe let's say I wanted to put a massive tall subwoofer right here. Well, by having one individual piece, I could remove just that little section, drop a subwoofer in there, and that would work out really great. Over here on the far right, we have a little storage area for remotes, but I normally keep the remotes in the theater seating. And then right next to that, in these, it's going to be hard to see now because this is in the way, but on the other side of this, this is hand-carved dovetails for this drawer. These little diamond patterns right here, of course, those had to all be hand cut with a router. This column, you don't buy this at Lowe's, you hand build this. Again, I didn't do any of this, but I had a friend who's amazing at this kind of stuff. And then above the screen, we've got some hand carvings up here, just to add a little bit of decorative to it. And then if I put the screen down and push the cabinet back in, I'll show you what it looks like all closed up. So here's the finished cabinet. You can see with everything closed up and all buttoned up. I just thought I'd give you this video tour of the cabinet itself in case you're handy with wood, or maybe you have a friend that can do something like this. Maybe it gives you some inspiration on maybe what you want to do with your theater room. And the great thing with our theaters is we get to customize them to meet our needs and our desires. So hope this video has been helpful and inspirational. Hope you guys have an incredible week. God bless, and I'll catch you in the next video.